Hi guys, so I want to talk a little bit about baseball. The season's almost over, so I want to talk about the wild card race. The game today is not on this, so it's basically not added. So let's get into it. I could have put the Pirates, but I think they're pretty much done. So I put the Padres. Let's start with the Padres. So the Padres are 72 and 78. They are 6 games behind the Cubs. Last 10 games, they're 6-4 record. At home, they're 39 and 36. On the road, they're 33 and 42. The next game for the Padres, they have 3 games at home against the Rockies, 3 games versus the Cardinals at home. Then they have 6 games on the road. So first 3 games versus, I put the Pirates, I think, and 3 games versus the White Sox. So they have 12 games left, 6 games behind. I think they're pretty much done, but they're not officially done. Then you get the Giants, 76 and 74, 2 games behind the Cubs. Last 10 games they're 6-4, so playing good baseball. 43 and 32 at home. 33 and 42, so the opposite on the road. So the next games are actually on the road. 2 games versus the Diamondbacks starting tonight on the road, and then 4 games in LA versus the Dodgers. And then 3, they go back at home. They finish the season at home. 3 games versus the Padres. So basically, the Padres is the Giants. I messed up there. 3 games versus the Dodgers. At home, so they actually have 7 games against the Dodgers, so that might hurt them. Then you got the Reds, so they have 12 games left. The Giants. Then you got the Reds that I'm personally hoping the Reds are gonna make the playoff, but we'll see. 78 and 73 is the record. They are 0.5 games behind the Cubs. Last 10 games they're 5-5. At home, they're 36 and 39, not that great. On the road, they're very good, 42 and 34. The next game, they have 3 games versus the Twins at home right now. Then 3 games against the Pirates at home, and then they finish the season on the road. That's where they actually shine. Against the Guardians, 2 games, and 3 games versus the Cardinals. So they have 11 games left. They have a chance, but they have less games than most of the teams here. Then you got the Marlins, 78 and 72. They are tied with the Cubs. They have the same record. Last 10 games, 6-4. At home, they're 43 and 32. But on the road, they're 35 and 40. So they really struggle on the road. Next game is 3 games versus the Mets at home, then 3 games versus the Brewers at home, and then they finish the season 6 games on road. First, you got the 3 games versus the Mets on the road, and then the Pirates on the road. So 12 games left for the Marlins. Then you got the Cubs, first team in the wild card. The last, so 78 and 72 is their record, the same as the Marlins. Last 10 games, they're 2-8, so not really good baseball lately for the Cubs. At home, they're 41 and 34. On the road, they're 37 and 38. Next game, they have 3 games versus the Pirates at home, and then 3 games versus the Rockies at home. Then they finish the season like a lot of these teams on the road. 3 games versus the Braves on the road, and then 3 games versus the Brewers on the road. So they have 12 games left. They need to do a little bit better. 2-8 record in the last 10 games. They need to do better because teams are actually catching them. Then you got Arizona Diamondbacks, the second team in the wild card, 79 and 72. 0.5 games above the Marlins. Last 10 games, they're 6-4. At home, they're 41 and 35. On the road, they're 38 and 37. Next game, 2 games versus the Giants at home. Then 3 games versus the Yankees on the road. And then 3 games versus the White Sox on the road. And then 3 games versus the Astros at home. So they have 11 games left. That can be a big factor if they make the playoff or not. Then you got the Phillies, the first team in the wild card, 81 and 68. They are plus 3.5 games above the Marlins and the Cubs. Last 10 games, 4 and 6, so they're not playing good baseball lately. At home, they're 43 and 31. On the road, they're 38 and 37. Next game, 3 games versus the Braves on the road, so that's going to be a very tough one for the Phillies. Then 4 games versus the Mets at home, 3 games versus the Pirates at home, and then 3 games versus the Mets on the road. So they have 13 games. That is an advantage for the Phillies if they make the playoff. So right now, the first team in the National League is the Brave with 96 and 53. Then you got the Dodgers with 91 and 57 in the second place. And then the Brewers 84 and 65. So which team I think will make it? I think the Cubs are not going in the right direction because they won only 2 games out of 10. I think I would love to see the Marlins and the Reds make the playoff, but I don't know if they will do it. For the Reds, they have the Twins, Pirate Guardians, Cardinals. That's possible. I think they can do it. They don't really play hard teams. Well, we'll see though. So let me know which team you think will make the playoff. I believe that Phillies will make it. Maybe Arizona, but I'll take the Phillies, Marlins, and Reds. So that's what I think. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Like and subscribe. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you soon with more videos. See you guys.